Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the another riveting episodes of adfartech Venture podcast. Please join me in welcoming Luca Caiulo, a visionary leader in the forefront of technological innovations and digital transformations. He is working with the big startups in the Middle East and the high tier 4,000 people, and currently with over somewhere around 19 years of experience in challenging international environment. Luca brings a wealth of expertise in decision intelligence, generative AI, and change management. And currently, as a head of a change management, Luca's innovative approach has reshaped paradigm and propelled organizations toward the success in the ever-evolving landscape of technology. So today, it's our honor to have him here to share his insights and experience with us. And please give a warm welcome to Luca. So, Luca, welcome to the podcast. And before we dive into, the exact topic of technology, trends, what is AI, and, the change management is impacting today's technological needs. So, I would like to ask you, something about what's your journey and how you have reached here. So, in your words. So, now the mic is with you and you can continue with the words from your heart. So, welcome, Luca,
Okay.
and please share your journey.
Thank you, Sonal. Thanks a lot. I'm very happy to be here with you today. So you've just made the introductions about myself. My name is Luca Caiulo. I'm a professional with over 19 years of experience in the field of digital transformation. And I've been working for several complex organizations such as the European Commission, NATO, the Italian Ministry of Defense, Fortune 500 company in the fintech. And right now I'm, as you said, in a big corporation in the Middle East. Well, my journey is pretty busy, I would say. I'm pretty experienced in what transformation programs are about, and I try to, drive continuous delivery of value. And I'm a strong supporter of what operational excellence and continuous improvement frameworks try to deliver to the organizations. So I'm very happy to be with you today.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So thank you so much for sharing your incredible journeys and the insights that you have, learned through over this period of working experience. So we are really honored to have you on today with us as on adfartech Venture podcast. So Luca, if you permit me, I would also like to give a brief introductions about this adfartech Venture and the podcast which we are running.
Yes, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much, Luca. So, as a adfartech venture, just first of all, let me brief about myself. Myself, Sonal, and I'm the host of this show. And we are thrilled to have you today as our guest speaker. And if I say something about the adfartech venture, is we are IT and the tech platform with focus on IT solutions, IT resources, recruitments, and this kind of a tech audio podcast. And we have a vendor alliances with the 50 plus tech partners, including SAP, Oracle, Microsoft, Pega, OutSystems, APN, then Salesforce, Cloudera, Informatica, and many such more also. And key solutions includes like ERP, application development, data, and AI/ML, blockchain, cloud, managed service, UX, UI testing, and the cybersecurity. And the major skills which we have is we have some around 20,000 plus resources across all the skills. So, we can deliver both on-site and observe within the 24 hours. So that is the major skills which we have. And with this podcast, we try to, go into the industry and learn what is the, their requirements, what is the future needs, and what the, people are doing. So we can be better ready to serve the people with whatever their needs are and, help them with the actual needs. So might be these whole podcast sessions will be helpful to other tech enthusiasts also, as well as to other people, those who are, planning to have some change or some kinds of, future needs in technology. So this is the whole knowledge sharing and knowledge caring the platform, and we try to help each other with this podcast. So thank you for giving me time to introduce about me and my organizations. So this is all about us. So Luca, is we know that, this podcast or a video podcast or audio is solely depends on the audience. So I would also like to say thank you to the audience, because of their curiosity, we are running, each and every episodes with their favorite guests. So thank you so much, audience, for joining us, and thank you so much for listening these wonderful episodes with today's guest, Luca. And Luca, this is all about me, all about you, and now you with you, Padme. Let's start with the question and answer session.
Very happy to do that, Sonal.
Yeah, thank you so much, Luca. Thank you so much. So, Luca, as I, know you since long and, had read so many things about yours. So, as a head of the change management and the digital transformations, what are some of the key technologies that you look for? There are changes and trends you observe that are shaping the today's tech trends and implementation strategy.
Well, Sonal, I'm not saying anything new here. As it is clear to everyone, artificial intelligence and machine learning continue to be at the heart of the digital transformation nowadays. In my opinion, the evolution will be refined in the moment in which there is a perfect integration between AI and RPAs, so robotic process automations, in a more seamless way. What I mean is that, currently, if you use, for example, Copilot, they claim that it works well, but in the end, you may end up in some fatal errors, some troubles in fetching data. So there is still not, seamless integration between the resources of your system and the large language models operating behind that, and all the AI and automated processes. So in the moment in which these will be made, seamless, as I said, then this will be a very big advancement for data analysis, decision making, both for B2C and B2B. If I observe other trends, I may say that blockchain and metaverse have kind of lost their appeal in comparison to the past years. And the huge attention is still on, obviously, cloud, edge computing, Internet of Things, so different type of sensors, 5.5 and 6G, quantum computing, electronic vehicle, and data platforms, VR and AR, and robots. So a few days ago, I saw a video of a status update of a robotic figure, of a robot. The name was Figure 01, which was integrated with the OpenAI large language model. And, it's crazy what is shown there. So I really believe the next 5 to 10 years are going to be wild.
Yeah, exactly. The right word you are using, they are going to be wild and crazy. So thank you, Luca, for, providing such a comprehensive overview of this, current tech trends. And this all, looks very fascinating to hear about potentials for AI as well as RPAs to revolutionize this decision-making process of any of the industries. And I truly admire your, forward-thinking approach. So thank you so much for these wonderful answers. So Luca, adding on these only, if I ask you, in your experience, what have been some of the biggest challenges when implementing these all technology-driven changes in your career, and how have you addressed them?
Well, first of all, nowadays, business scenario, I define them as VUCA, VUCA, which stands for volatile, uncertain, changeable, and ambiguous. So, the business in technology is as this word defines, very complicated to deal with. So I'm strongly convinced that technology transformation and change management in general still clash with a complexity deriving not only from technical aspects, but mostly from human factors and from lack of clarity of system processes. So I overcome these problems, these barriers, by trying to have an agile approach which has to be open to change, and which involves a good mix of all techniques. So you named some, decision intelligence for sure, generative AI, system thinking. They are all different approach which allow to tailor the outputs and shape the best outcomes for your company when it comes to technology business.
Right, right. Totally agree with you. And, by leveraging this decision intelligence and generative AI, I can see that, you had demonstrated a keen understanding of, how to address these inherent challenges as well as this VUCA environment. And especially, when commitment to agility as well as adaptability is truly commendable. So it's wonderful, wonderful. And Luca, as a technology enthusiast, how do you prioritize these projects amidst the rapidly evolving landscape of technological advancement?
So when it comes to prioritization of projects, I'm quite old school. So I still believe that in order to gather the right needs from business and right business requirements, and then proceed with capabilities development and strategic planning, you have to go for a face-to-face approach, 1v1. So I try to organize design thinking sessions with business, in which you can somehow prioritize a list of initiatives based upon an intersection between business value and effort. This way, you are able to map those which are categorized as fast wins, as big initiatives, or some pitfalls, and then you can act accordingly and somehow prioritize what it comes first, what it comes after. And in this way, you are able to compose your yearly roadmap, which you can validate against the budget allocations. Obviously, as you said before, Agile is at the center of this whole process. So it means that you still have to steer on a quarterly base, and keep on adjusting to what it happens, budget wise or even business wise. You may also use in the end a more disruptive and innovative approach such as AI to improve the quality and refine the quality of your gathering. But, as I said, I still prefer a confrontational, a 1v1 approach with the business to build the baseline of your roadmap.
Correct. So as such, I can see that, your approach to project prioritization reflects a blend of traditional methodologies as well as the modern innovations, right? And thank you so much for this wonderful answer as well as the transparency, for each and every things that you had said, then how you are working and what is your the strategic planning with the design thinking sessions and leveraging also AI to enhance the data gathering. So thank you so much, Luca, for this wonderful answer. And what advice would you give to other, CTOs or CEOs or any of the technology people regarding embracing this and adapting to technological trends while navigating the complexities of organizational change?
So now my 2 cents here is that technology is not solving everything.
Yeah.
It's an enabler, but not a magical rod. Hence, still keeping the human in the loop to design human-centric solutions and ensuring the continuous delivery of value is essential. It's still essential here.
So I think your wisdom serves as guiding principles for CTOs and CEOs with the complexities of organizational change. And by emphasizing specifically the importance of human-centric design and the continuous delivery of value. So wonderful. Thank you so much. And this all, answer shows that you are having a very balanced approach to technological innovations and insights that you are sharing with all the audiences. Thank you, Luca. And now going ahead, what are some of the current technological projects that you are having, and what's your experience on it?
So what I'm currently developing is, is categorizable as, let's say, the pillars of digital transformations. So, ERP, so enterprise resource planning, CRM solutions, so customer relationship management, ITSM, so service management. These are, as I said, the pillars of a proper digital transformation. And the drive here is just keep up to date to the needs of the users and keep on developing on functionalities connected to these pillars. So these would allow maintaining the pace and keep the business running. So to enable features which, as I said, bring more value for the organization, but always keeping an eye at the cost benefit, right? So if you can imagine that in some countries, like which are considered as technologically advanced, I'm Italian, so I bring the example of my own country. Some countries like Italy, only 27% of the businesses have completed their journey in terms of digital transformation.
Yes.
So why is that? Because digital transformation is expensive. So, there may be also some other inner constraints of the system, such as the legal framework, and this may represent an obstacle. So it comes to my mind that the latest EU regulation about AI, this will for sure slow down the whole process of technology adoption. So again, without making things too complicated, let's just stick with the pillars of digital transformation, and let's try to move on the implementation in favor of the benefit of the users.
So, Luca, if I say that, looking at your commitment to aligning technological initiatives with the evolving needs of users, and especially while maintaining a focus on, like you said, the cost effectiveness, it not only just, replying to answer, but it speaks volume about the major skill that is a leadership abilities. And I really admire that and, appreciate that from your answer. And specifically, your dedications to driving the digital transformations is truly evident, while managing these challenges as well as obstacles, which you had just now said. So thank you so much for these wonderful answers. And looking ahead, if I ask you what are the emerging technologies that do you anticipate will play a significant role in shaping the tech industries in the future, and what's your, planning for preparations to leverage these technologies effectively?
Well, Sonal, what fascinates me the most are for sure those trends which will enhance the user experience. So for sure, virtual reality, augmented reality, sensors in general, and robots integrated with AI. So just to give you an example, I've seen a few weeks ago a company showcasing their products, company from Massachusetts. I'm not going to name it here, but it incorporates in either in the headphones or earbuds, so normal headphones which you would be using for listening to the music. So this company integrates in these normal devices some sensors which are able to capture brain waves and measure your focus. So basically, you can interact with the app, with the machine, with the computer by only thinking about something, and you can only picture, for example, for a moment, what may be the development, the further developments of this technology once you integrate it with VR and AR, and VR and AR and AI. So applications and use cases you can develop are literally infinite and mind-blowing.
Exactly. We cannot imagine what the technology will be going to do in the next period of time. And, preparing as ourselves, I cannot say that I am well prepared for the future of a tech or what will be the next. But with the efforts, definitely with the efforts, we will be ready for that. And from your words, I know you are going to be ready soon for any of these VR and AR changes and, the sensors, AI integrated robots, enhancing this user experience, Luca, right? So, Luca, what's your, now the next question is, what's your view about the workforce being the leader? Because nowadays that is a more crucial part for any of the industries or the persons who are working by their own. So what's your experience about the workforce and what qualities or what kind of a people you would like to work with? So if looking at the the technological changes and current trends, what will be the future technology demands or initiative that these digital transformations goal can be easily achieved?
Well, here my point of view is, first of all, try to foster the talents you have and try to attract new talents to your company. In 2023, more than 200 tech companies have fired more than 50,000 employees. So we're not only here talking about startups, but also big players like Alphabet, Amazon, Cisco, eBay, Meta, Microsoft, SAP, you name it. I've also read that PayPal will cut like 2,500 jobs itself. So it's one of the biggest cuts of the in the industry since the dot-com crisis in 2001. And the root cause here is not only AI. The truth is that job hunting in the tech industry has become extremely competitive, and so it's important to retain your talents. Many workers out there, including engineers, are forced to accept roles with less stability, with more difficult working conditions, lower wages, and worse benefits. So, as a trend, what I foresee is that obviously the role of software engineers, developers, testers, even on the long run, even data analysis, which now attracts so many jobs, will be less and less in demand due to the adoption of AI and the refinement of its use, as I said. At the same time, jobs like prompt engineering, cybersecurity, and still project management will continue to require many resources. This is because, as I said, a man in the loop will always be needed in order to take decisions, which will be for sure informed, data-driven, but still very human-enabled.
Agree. As such, if I say that, the way you had described the workforce dynamics with the tech industry, it's both sobering as well as illuminating. So, definitely there are lots of challenges faced by the employees and the market is very competitive. But, when accepting adaptability and resilience, that is the most required, right now. And thank you for sharing such a pertinent observations with us. So thank you so much, Luca. And Luca, now as we are going to wrap up this discussions of about today's topics and all, I would like to ask you one more questions ahead of all these things. If I asked you one or two line that sum up your whole experience and being a leader, to share, nuggets of wisdom that, inspire other CTOs or CEOs or any of the tech people to work more, what could be that?
Well, you named it before. What I would suggest is to be being able to adapt to change, to be resilient, to be agile, And last but not least, to be empathic with the people. It's very important to be able to establish a connection with your peers, with your employees, even with your line managers, ideally. So this is my 2 cents for this to close this session today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Many times, I had heard in this, last questions that people are saying that there's resilience, there's agility, the adaptability, but the empathy, that is the one you remarked as a one more attributes to this wisdom that is a most required skills, because without empathy, there is a nothing I can say. However, you are skills, however you are experienced, but if you do not have empathy, or specifically in regards to employee management and being a leader, then you are not the true leader, as per my views also. So thank you so much, Luca, for joining this podcast today, and thank you so much for sharing your experience and the whole journey that you have shared with us. So on behalf of everyone here, I want to express our deepest appreciations for sharing your expertise and different perspective about the technology. So your contributions have undoubtedly lacked an added mark on collective understandings, and we are incredibly grateful for the opportunity to learn from you. So thank you so much, Luca, for your enlightenment discussion and your unwavering commitment to excellence and your enduring patience for innovations. And we definitely look forward to continue this dialogue and embarking on this new endeavors inspired by your reasons. So thank you so much for joining this podcast.
Thanks a lot, Sonal. It was a pleasure for me to be here with you today.
Yeah, thank you so much. And dear audience, for more knowledge, you can follow Luca on his LinkedIn profile with the name Luca Caiulo, and you can directly go over there to learn something more about the technology trends and his leaderships with the extraordinary skills he has. So to all our listeners, thank you for joining us on this adfartech Venture podcast. And for more insightful conversations, remember to follow adfartech Venture podcast through all the social media handles and subscribe to our YouTube channel for insightful discussions on the technology and leadership. And stay inspired, stay motivated, and until the next time, this is your host Sonal from adfartech Venture is signing off. So thank you for joining us, and thank you, Luca, again.
Thanks. Have a nice day.
Yeah, send to you, Luca.